Hello. That was a pretty weak hello, I must admit. So, Carrie Underwood has once again been waiting all day for Sunday night. I haven't been waiting necessarily. I've been busy trying to do stuff. So I've been too busy to wait. And one thing I have learned from today is that he who lives by the last second field goal dies by the last second field goal. So I've been trying not to be excessively bummed by the results of the Cardinals 49ers game. I like to stream the Sunday Night Football stuff, so here I am. Although in my case, it's still Sunday afternoon, technically. Sun is still out, shining and reflecting on the apartment buildings next to me, and that reminds me I probably should close the blinds so there's less of a glare issue. Ugh. So tonight's matchup is between two decidedly disappointing teams. One's more expected to be disappointing than the other, and hello, Nash. I don't quite get that. At any rate, so in other sports news, the Chargers came back to beat the Broncos, apparently. The Saints and Bears easily won. So what's left is this game and the Lions-Ravens on Monday night. And hopefully we'll have an interesting game. I just ate a ton of food for lunch. I'm pretty full. Hopefully it won't cause me to fall asleep prematurely. And hopefully this game won't cause me to fall asleep prematurely. Parker Posey is once again shilling for Hyundai as we're in a commercial break in the prelude to the start of the game. And hopefully things will be a little bit exciting. Yeah. So I'm rooting for Cam to have a good game, but not at the Chiefs' expense too much. Because Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. He still does great stuff as a QB. And I look forward to seeing the Chiefs every time. It's one thing about the Patriots being overly dominant when you've got personalities that rub you the wrong way. And now it's Jennifer Garner's turn to do the shilling for Capital One. I think I need to close the blinds a little bit more. Well, I don't really need to have these off. They're very long headphone cords. So, ugh. Is that any better? Almost forgot we need to turn down the AC, or more the noise for the AC. I turned it on in between games because it was starting to get a little sticky in here. Damn, that's still a lot of glare. All right. Well, don't need to take these off. Okay. So ultimately, I think that's the best I'll be able to do without completely shutting the blinds. These white walls reflect a lot. Melissa Stark and the gang are ready to go. So, little factoid I've already learned. This is the first time the Giants are going to be playing at home this season. The last team to have a home season game. Oh my goodness. His first season, he won 9 games. The next 3 seasons, he's won 9 games. I'm somewhat stunned he's still there, as are, I suppose, many Giants fans and NFL fans in particular. So we've got quite a few Chiefs fans in attendance. Oh, quite a lot of Chiefs fans in attendance. I imagine this being New York, with scalping is king. A lot of people got rid of their tickets to out-of-towners or expatriate Kansas Cityans. And we had Brandon Jacobs apparently trying to pump the crowd up. And Harrison, I think women should stay in the home permanently, even though my mom was an accomplished professional, Butker. Ozlowski and Devin Singletary are the 2 return people for the Giants. Remember who I've got as my protest shirt. And off goes the kick, and almost went out of bounds, but Singletary picks it up and is able to get to the 32. And they're introducing the Giants offense, the high-powered, suddenly, Giants offense. I got an Ivy Leaguer on the offensive line. So, let's see what the first play for the Giants is. And already Wilson is audibling. And he hands it off to Tyrone Tracy, who gets a yard. So his 450 yards last week was the second most in his career. I think he had more, but may have lost yards on maybe the last play he threw. So 2nd and 9. Another handoff to Tracy, who spins out of trouble and gets a first down, 10-yard gain. He's pumped up. That was a T-wing formation. It's the second time I've seen that today. Wilson back to pass, gets it off to Tracy. So another play by the young Boilermaker. And now they're introducing the Chiefs defense. So they actually had everyone introduce their college names. And Tracy gets another first down on another run. And doing a little show off. Steve Spagnuolo, only coordinator in NFL history to win 4 Super Bowls, 1 with the Giants and 3 with the Chiefs. Another run for Tracy. He gets nothing this time. So it's feast or famine for this guy. 5th handle of the ball in a row. This could become the Tyrone Tracy drive. Ugh. I thought about taking up this Cardinal jersey in disgust, but I'm not a Fairweather fan. Oh, a Cam Scattaboo sighting. Go Devils! And he gets the handoff. Ooh, nice spin out. And he's going to go around the edge, and he gets a first down. Ugh. You need a Scattaboo drive. And he's back in the backfield again. I know you have him in fantasy. You mentioned it earlier during the Cards game. Ball's at the 35 already of the Chiefs. Another run, and this time they wrap him up in the backfield. They weren't going to have him embarrass them this time. So their much ballyhooed tackle Andrew Thomas is back after being injured early last season. Wilson, and again Scattaboo gets the ball, this time via pass, gets 5. So it's 3rd down. Since he's been out, they've allowed the most QB hits of any team. Tracy's now back in the backfield. Got a tight end in motion. Hand it off to Tracy. And he runs. Something of a surprise. got a couple, but it's 4th down, and they're going to go for it already. And the crowd is happy. I don't know if it's the Chiefs fans or the Giants fans. Fourth and 3, ball on the 28 of the Chiefs. Wilson to pass it. Oh, it's batted down. Well, be careful what you wish for, goes the old ancient Chinese curse. You just might get it. And they got a 4th down attempt, and Nick Bolton batted down the pass. Man, I'm already feeling the effects of that big lunch. And another hot actress shilling for a company. This time it's Zoe Saldana for T-Mobile. Doing her dancing fool thing. I'm a dancing fool. I may be totally wrong, but I'm a dancing fool. Oh, that was horrible. Never try to sing after you've drunk milk. Makes your voice pitchy. Yeah. So apparently now there's a ring that can monitor heart activity, if this latest commercial's to be believed. And yes, we have two Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Mahomes has been there 5 times, Wilson twice overall. So Mahomes is behind the center, is already being chased, and runs out of bounds. Gains about 4. 9 minutes left in the quarter and counting down. His 123 rushing yards as of now are the most among quarterbacks from the past 2 games. Fake the handoff to Pacheco and pass it to Pacheco, who is met head on by Phillips, number 22 of the Giants, and they get 4 yards. And the Giants are happy, the fans are happy of the Giants that they're able to hold them relatively well. Chiefs haven't been good on 3rd down conversions so far. Kareem Hunt in motion, and a pass is caught by Juju Smith-Schuster, number 9. The ball's now at the 42. Mahomes is in the gun. Hands it off to Hunt, who is getting pushed towards the 45. And now they announce the Chiefs offense. And quickly, Mahomes gets the snap and passes it to Noah Gray successfully, but we got laundry on the field. And we got 2 people viewing the chat now. Whoever else is here besides Nash, take off your jacket and stay a while. Feel free to chat us up. Oh, we got 3 people here now. We're on a roll. So that penalty was on Kansas City, a holding on Burns by 71, the guilty party for the Chiefs. That's Simmons. Ball's now back to the 35. It's 2nd and 17. Mahomes back to pass. He gets it to Juju Smith-Schuster. Wide receiver screen. And he's got quite a bit of distance thanks to those blockers in front of him. And he gets a first down. So if they've made an effort to really get the other wide receivers involved, they've succeeded very well. Mahomes in the gun again. Back to pass again. Tries to gun it. Oh! It was caught by Thornton, one of their rookie sensations, but he was out of bounds when he caught it. And now we have the Giants defense being introduced. Two Stanford guys. And 2 Oregon guys. So Pac-12 being represented very well. Quick pass by Mahomes to Hollywood Brown, who was driven out of bounds by Phillips, number 22, again in on the tackle. And getting close to 5 minutes left in the quarter. I don't understand what you mean when you say one of them is my alt. Sorry about that. 3rd and 2 now. Ball's on the 39 of the Giants. Handoff to Hunt, and he gets the first easily. Gets 4 yards in total. Again, we have a fast-moving quarter to start off the game. Under 4.5 minutes now. Pacheco's the back in the backfield this time. 2 Mahomes left. Thornton's in motion. Fake the handoff to Pacheco. Holmes gets, he was trying to get to Kelsey, and that went very low. And pass obviously incomplete. I know what alt means. What is your alt? Jiminy crickets. Okay, 2nd and 10, Mahomes back to pass. He's trying to get to Kelce again, but he was well covered, and the pass was off the mark anyways. Oh, I see. Thank you for the clarification. Hello, Ed. So 3rd and 10. Kelce in motion. And now we got a timeout by the Giants. So they want to make sure they get this right. They want to stop the Chiefs in earnest. And we're already under 4 minutes. And the stat is the Chiefs haven't done well with 20-yard plus plays. Mahomes back to pass. Let's see if that can change. He does a long one to Hollywood Brown, but it's incomplete. Phillips was again the man in motion for the Giants. Brown complained of pass interference, but the refs wouldn't have any of it. And he did hold them multiple times, as it turns out. He also got his arm extended to kind of deflect the pass. And Butker's going to try a 54-yarder off the boot, off the bat, or off the boot too. And Butker, he doinks it in! So the Chiefs were smart and took the points, although it was a little close there. Ooh. That really curved inward. Got a wry smile on his face. So, we have a 3-0 lead for the Chiefs. And we're, of course, now at the commercial break. I gotta admit, I'm really down about this Cardinals loss. I'm, as a result, somewhat speechless. So forgive me if I am silent for a little while. And the NFL continues to promote its game in Europe. The Vikings are going to play the Steelers in Ireland, Dublin to be specific. Oh, next weekend already. And NBC2 is showcasing its programs. As Mike and Chris are part of the usual Sunday night crew. Butker kicking it off. And it's Singletary again. And he gets past the 35 to the 36. Now, when it comes to Wilson, he has no problem doing the 20-plus yard plays. He attempted 11 passes like that, completed 7 for 264 yards against the Cowboys. Wilson back to pass. He gets it off to number 18, Slayton, who's a bit upset he couldn't escape the tackle by Tranquil, number 23. Just short of a first down, as it turns out. And we're getting towards the 3-minute mark. Hand off to Tracy. And he gets the first down easily and a bit more. And Wilson's taking his time in the schedule in the huddle. The ball's at the 49 of the Giants. Robinson's in motion, but he hands it off to Tracy again. And a few yards have been gained, so the Giants are now in Chiefs territory. They're showing Jackson Dart on the sideline, who got in for a few plays against the Cowboys, but for the moment he's just chilling on the sidelines. Wilson passes it to Tracy. Ooh, had a bad collision with two Chiefs defenders, and now he's hurt. Very slow to even try and get up. And it's like ever since Damar Hamlin nearly died on the field 4 years ago, the crowd gets really quiet when they see serious injuries. And I saw one, unfortunately, earlier on the Cardinals game with James Conner. Haven't looked to see what the extent of the injury is yet. But it looked to be one of those season-ending type deals. I'm tempted to look at the baseball standings. Things are getting pretty crowded in the playoff race in the MLB. Because of my perpetual connection issues, save for the Arizona State game, I'm somewhat reluctant to go ahead and do this, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm sure I will be warned if things start to get congested. And Jade will be happy that her Minnesota Lynx beat my Phoenix Mercury. So today was not a good day for Arizona sports teams. Yesterday was the day. Oh, and the Mariners are pummeling the Astros. And Cal Raleigh hit his 58th home run. The Brewers have won the NL Central. The first AL team to make the playoffs is the Blue Jays. So, yeah, things shaping up in the playoff world. And what happened to Tracy? It looks like something happened to his arm. So Scadaboo's in now. The ball's at the 46. Wilson passes it to Scadaboo, but he's immediately set upon by Nick Bolton and Andy Karloftis of the Chiefs, 32 and 56 respectively. And it was a high snap. And now they're going to go for it on fourth down again. Trying a bit of fakery, perhaps. So they decided to delay a game instead. Hear a bit of the Boo Birds. Oh yeah, that was quite the face mask. So, they decided to, apparently the Chiefs decline the penalty, so it'll be kicked from where it is by the Giants punter, whose name I did not get. And the ball bounced back towards the midfield area, so not a great punt. And Dable's still hot. And he has a couple of things to be hot about. And there's only 11 seconds left to go in the quarter. And we got people talking loudly outside. Boy, Dable is really steamed. Still. So the ball's on the 19. Handoff to Kareem Hunt. He gets 3 yards, maybe 3.5. And that's it for the first quarter. So not an encouraging start for either side. And they got Earth, Wind, and Fire with the outro. September. So, let's go back to baseball. So the Dodgers, being the Dodgers and being very successful, drew 4 million fans this season thanks to tonight's game, which happened to be their regular season home finale against the Giants. They averaged nearly 50,000 fans a game. I mean, great gosh almighty. This is the 13th year in a row they've made the playoffs. And with Ohtani on their team now, they're a big draw on the road as well. The team has never had a crowd under 40,000. It's pretty remarkable. They're showcasing the Museum of Natural History as we're about to back to the action. And Lawrence Taylor's in the house as well. Mahomes is back to pass. Gets it off to Hunt for the screen. Another successful one, by the way. And Hunt got a first down. Probably about 13 yards in total. The ball is now at the 32. It was a 13-yard gain. Noah Gray's in motion. Mahomes back to pass, and he's in trouble. Whoa, wait a minute. That was weird. It looked like a backward pass, and the refs were slow to blow it dead, as if they thought maybe it wasn't a backward pass after all. It did bounce off the turf, so New York is challenging the ruling. Oh man, a lot of stuff's happened, and Daboll's at his wits' end right now. And considering the man's on the hot seat or walking on hot coals, it's understandable. And obviously we're on commercial break, so we wait. And now we got someone with the overly loud speaker in their car. Ugh. It's things like this that made me wish I lived in a mansion on a hill far, far away. So apparently, because it was a backwards pass, and I don't know if they're ruling that Pacheco gave himself up. As the action continues, Mahomes gets a pass off to Noah Gray. And we got a flag on the play. You've missed next to nothing. There was a successful challenge by Dable about a backwards pass. I don't know if it was considered illegal as a result. Right now, we've got illegal contact on the defense. So Phillips of the Giants is a very busy man tonight. So they were at a 2nd and 17 before Gray caught the pass, and now they got an automatic first down on account of the penalty. And the Chiefs have barely gained anything. And now we've got an end around by a receiver from the Chiefs, number 81. And I don't know who that is. Sorry to say. If I heard right, I think he may be one of the kick returners for the Chiefs. Mahomes back to pass. And he's in trouble, trying to worm his way out of it. And he gets it off to Smith-Schuster, who gets in the Giants' territory, deep in the Giants' territory, to the 33. So the wide receivers for the Chiefs tonight are really showing themselves out, showing what they still can do, even though the top two ones they need are out for a variety of reasons. So we've got Mahomes in the gun again. He's back to pass. In trouble again. And he gets forced out of bounds and got nothing. It turns out he actually gained a yard. Ball's at the 32 now. Mahomes back to pass again. He was trying to do the screen, and it was caught by Gray, but it probably shouldn't have been. That's probably the one time where he'd be justified in dropping it, because he wound up losing 5 yards. Newbin, number 27, was right there to stop him. Officially, the loss is only of 3, so it's 3rd and 12. Clock winding down to 11 minutes. Holmes is in the gun once more. Hunt is to his left. Mahomes now back to pass. And again, he's in trouble. Again, he runs out of it, and he runs into Newbin to get the first down and get to the 21, but we got Laundry again. Ugh. Illegal formation. 74 is the guilty party. Taylor. Okay. I'm live again. We're good for the moment. Man, it hasn't even been an hour. I don't know what the hell's going on. So, thanks for sticking with me, Ed. Okay, so it's 6-0 Chiefs. Let's see what the Giants can do, if anything. What the heck is that? So apparently they have a indoor snowboarding facility in Jersey. So Singletary returns it yet again, and he gets it to the 26. And from now on, it's probably going to be a rare thing where you get a kickoff that can't get past the 20, let alone the 25. All right, Wilson in the gun. Neighbors in motion. Wilson back to pass. Oh, he got hit as he threw, and the ball went skying, but no receiver or defender was in the vicinity. So that was 35 Watson, who got his arm a little bit. Actually, it's more like he got the ball. So 2nd and 10. Have a handoff to Tracy. Oh, no, Singletary, excuse me. He gets 2. Right, because Tracy's out. Oh, welcome back, Nash. Tracy, it turned out his issues with his shoulder. And Wilson's going to bomb it, and he's intercepted. Roland Wallace, number 30, was the one who got it. So, ball's going to be, it looks like, at the Giants' 40. So, Nash, if you were hoping for a scatterboo day, if the Chiefs get a touchdown, it's a good bet that they're going to go for the passing game. Tracy's already out with a bum shoulder. So they'll be featuring the pass more often. You're going to really need Laporta to step it up. And we've now hit the hour mark of streaming on this Sunday night matchup. And again, we sit and wait. What the heck is that? Oh, high school football hype run. Okay, hand off to Pacheco, and he gets 8 right away. And now we got a pass to Thornton. Gets the first down. Moving down the field quickly, the Chiefs are. And another handoff to Pacheco. Gets to 25.5. So, with the way things are going, they don't seem to be in a bit of a hurry to bomb it down the field. They're trying to establish the run as Smith-Schuster's in motion. Now they decide to drop back to pass, and they finally get to Kelsey, who gets a first down. He's really struggled to get it going. So it's now at the 20. Smith-Schuster's in motion again. Mahomes back to pass. It's a quick out to who's 24 this time? Whoever he was, he couldn't catch the pass. So 2nd and 10. Pacheco's in motion. And they fake the handoff to him. It's gotten to Kelsey, who caught it. But again, another situation where he would have been better off dropping it. He does not get anything. Has actually lost yardage. And already 6 minutes. Only 6 minutes left in the half. This half has gone by at lightning speed, despite the fact that not much has gone on. That was a nice tackle, open field. So it's at the 22. Gray's the one in motion now. Mahomes back to pass. Tries to loft it to Smith-Schuster, but he had a guy on his back and couldn't keep the handle on it, so it's incomplete. It's 4th and 12. Banks, the one who was defending, number 2 for the Giants. And we'll see if they'll probably kick the field goal. I don't know if Burns maybe got a hand on him as he was throwing the ball. So this will be a 40-yarder for Butker. And it's no good. Oh, now things get really interesting. So it's still 6-0 Kansas City, Nash. So let's check out the baseball stats or standings, or stats and standings. So a bunch more teams from the AL have at least been eliminated. That much we do know. The White Sox were already out, along with the Angels, and now we can add, or the Twins, excuse me. Now we can add the Angels along with the A's, the Rays, and the O's, as in Orioles. So 9 teams fighting for 6 spots. One of which is right at 500. I don't know if this counts today's games. Let's see. If we look at the scoreboard, only 3 games left, 2 games left to play, excuse me. Mariners, Astros, and Rays, Red Sox. The former is in the bottom of the 7th. The latter is in the top of the 6th. Okay, Wilson hands it off to Scattaboo, who gets a nice gain. Okay, maybe he'll have some fantasy value after all. Got 6 yards. And Reed is not happy with Kelsey. And Kelsey talking back at him. Okay, it's actually officially a 7-yard gain. And Scattaboo goes in. Oh, he got a hole! And he got to the 48. So a first down. I take back all I said about that. Okay. Empty backfield for Wilson. He's back to pass. Gets it to Slayton. Didn't get much, though. So he set he set total TDs and a rushing yard school record. I didn't realize he'd gotten that many yards. 1,711. And ASU's had some great backs in their day. J.R. Redmond, the Malone brothers. Mark Malone was the quarterback, but he could run like crazy. He once set a Sun Devil record by running a 98-yard touchdown. He would eventually start for the Steelers in the 80s. You're losing by 17, eh? Your opponent have anybody left in this game, in the Monday night game? So it's 3rd and 8. Wilson gets it to Scattaboo. Nice fake of the run by Wilson. And then he gets a first down, but we got one of Jade's headbands. Although preliminary information says it's on Kansas City. Let's see. Illegal contact on the defense. Williams is the guilty party, number 20. So Wilson looked like he was going to run it, and he went up the middle, and when the Chiefs defender went off Scatterboo. Wilson threw it to him, and that was a nice gain. Scatterboo's out now. Wilson hands it off to Singletary, who gets a yard, if that. Oh. So we're already at the 2-minute warning. Nice shot of the Brooklyn Bridge. Still haven't been to NYC myself. Okay, so you're free and clear to get more points. Your opponent isn't. Okay. Oh, we got another entry. Welcome, whoever you are. Take off your jacket and stay a while. Feel free to chat me up. Because we're in commercial break. So I got nothing. Come on. Oh, yeah. So this is easily his best game of the season so far. And the half's not even over. Oh, so the Giants are playing, and Daniel Jones has led the Colts to 3-0. And the Giants are stuck in misery. Some encouraging signs from the younger players, but who knows if they're able to last. So 2nd and 9. Wilson tries to get to Scatterboo, but it was too low. Definitely not what you want to see, Nash. You want to see him be on point with the passing. Oh. It actually, Scatterboo got his hand under it. But it went into the air. He couldn't get to it. And luckily for him, it hit the ground before the Chiefs could get to it. That would have been a disaster. Wilson back to pass again. It's 3rd and 9, and he overthrows Slayton. But wait, one of Jade's headbands again. Roughing the passer. Ugh. Karlaftis, the guilty party, number 56. Oh, jeez. That was unfortunately way too obvious. Boy, the Giants are lucking out. So the ball's now at the 18 and a half. It's a handoff to Scattaboo, but he gets nothing. And now another flag. Let's see what this one's about. Crowd is cheering, but with the split 50-50, you don't know who it's for. And it's holding on Chris Jones for the Chiefs. Yep. Ball's at the 13 and a half now. Hand off to Scattaboo. Oh, he could go. Did he? He did. First touchdown as a pro. And yeah, he's going to celebrate. Good Lord. Well, that trade you made, Mason, it paid off because Mason did very well. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. He just barely made it over. But he did a great job leaping for the... Oh, it blocked! Extra point! Jeez. Fourth game that a kick has been blocked that I've witnessed. So it's tied. Yes! Okay, that definitely woke me up. But man, it's as if neither team wants to win this game. Now, what they mentioned earlier was that their field goal kicker, Graham Gano, was hurt. So they're going to have their punter potentially handle the kicking duties. And their return guy, or one of their return guys, was going to be the holder for the kicks. I don't remember who the punter's name was. Nothing to suck the wind out of your sails like a blocked extra point after a great touchdown play like just happened. So all you need is 4 more to win. So Smith is number 24, as it turns out, and he is the returner, and he got it to the 20. So Gillen is the punter's name. It was blocked by number 43, Currant, but it was a pretty low kick, and the laces apparently were facing towards the kicker. In the meantime, we have an incomplete pass from Mahomes to Gray. Mahomes back to pass. Oh, another backwards pass. Oh, no. So the Giants got it. Number 58, the middle linebacker, picked it up, but Mahomes hit him and got the ball back. Oh, my goodness. So again, Pacheco was the intended target, and the pass was nowhere near him. But this time, they decide to take action. So things have gotten really nutty really quick. You're confusing me. You said you were losing by 17 just before the touchdown and those long gains, and now you're losing by 16? Well, a lot of weird stuff happening in this game. Again, it doesn't seem like these teams want to win. It's 3rd and 25. So they're going to run it just out of safety's sake. And that was Hunt, who got 8. And the Giants take a timeout because they might be able to get good field position out of all this. Oh. So apparently, because the linebacker didn't have the ball long enough to be considered a possession, it didn't revert to being a first down for the Chiefs. So, again, I don't remember who this Chiefs punter is. But Olszewski's the return guy for the punts. And he was the guy who was the holder for that extra point. Oh, more weird stuff happening. And now we got a flag. So the ball hit a Chief. Olszewski decides he's going to return it after that happened. Gets hit out of bounds. And I think we've got a penalty. We're seeing a comedy of errors tonight. Oh, so you're losing by 27. So it's actually kick catch interference penalty by number 2, Williams. Oh, they could have called a penalty for that hit out of bounds as well. Okay. So let's see what's going on now. All right, the ball's on the Chiefs 41. Wilson's in the gun. He's back to pass. And he's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Now, the Giants have no timeouts, so if they were to run the ball, they'd have to really quickly get to the line of scrimmage. And it's the same if a pass is completed in bounds. Or in bounds where they're brought down still in bounds. So second down, 1:06 left in the game. And Wilson tries to get Slayton, but a flag was thrown. I'm guessing it's pass interference on the Chiefs. Well, we'll wait for the penalty. Oh, face mask. 15-yard penalty. It's not pass interference, but still, it's not good. If the Giants win this, man, how far have the Chiefs fallen? In the old days, that would have been like hands to the face mask and only 5 yards. He didn't have it on that for long, maybe not even a half a second. But the ball's on the 26. We have a run by Singletary, also number 26. And the ball's going to be on the 23, I believe. Oh, Kansas City calls timeout. So he's thinking maybe he'll get the ball back. So it's 2nd and 6, so the gain was 4 yards. Although the ball's still a little past the 23. Wilson back to pass. Throws it to the end zone. Oh, it's intercepted again. They tried to get Neighbors for a change. But it's his second interception of the night. Watson, the one who got it, number 35. So let's see. Yep, comedy of errors time. So the ball's at the 20. The Chiefs still have 2 timeouts. And the ball is batted down by Burns, who is now hurt. I think the crowd is chanting, "We want Dart." So much for that outing against the Cowboys. Well, Burns is able to walk off under his own power, so that's a good sign. I think he just tweaked his ankle. Or strained a muscle. Okay. Mahomes back to pass, gets Kelsey, and he got the first down. And now the Chiefs call their second timeout. And confusion as to whether he actually did call a timeout. So, now we got dogs yapping everywhere. So 40 seconds left. Oh, looks like it won't be a first down. It'll be third down. And they keep moving the clock back. So it's going to be 43 seconds. Mailman? Really? Okay. And we got a run for Pacheco. And they're going to use their last timeout after getting the first down. And Tarico's right. It is Bizarro World. Oh. You're like me. You use understated humor. Oh, next Sunday night is Green Bay against Dallas. So we're truly at 40 seconds left, and Mahomes is back to pass. And he's going to throw it out of bounds. So because he got the ball past the line of scrimmage, there is no intentional grounding. So 33 seconds left. Mahomes back to pass again, and he's going to gun it. Oh! He initially had Thornton open, but number 21 of the Giants was able to catch up to it, almost got the interception. Paulson. Oh, Debo. And Thornton actually got his mitts on it, but Debo got there at the same time and batted it down. Just when I think I'm going to fall asleep, something like that happens. Mahomes is going to... Oh! He had Smith-Schuster wide open, and Smith-Schuster dropped it. The ball was a little behind him, but now we got a flag. Illegal contact on the defense, and that's an automatic first down. And Phillips again. So the ball's at the 37.5. Mahomes is back to pass. He's trying to do the long bomb, but he's under pressure. Really under pressure. But he gets through, and he's going to bomb it after all. And pass interference. Phillips again was holding Hollywood Brown. Good Lord. And Nash, don't say rigged. It makes you sound like a sore loser. Don't make me revoke your mod privileges. I don't want to hear that ever again. I'm serious. He got caught red-handed. I admit the hold wasn't gratuitous, but you got to keep your hands out of the cookie jar. So, after all that, there are 4 seconds left in the half, and Butker's going to try yet another. It'll be his 4th attempt. Tirico said it's been an ugly first half, and I agree. But Butker gets the field goal. So it's 9-6. The half is mercifully over. There was a bit of extracurricular activity, but everyone's been separated and they're all going into the locker room. The Chiefs will get the ball to start the second half. So I haven't got to see too many highlights, so this is something to look forward to, or in the case of the Cardinals game, lowlights. Hopefully that game will be skipped. Ugh. It's as if the Thursday night and the Sunday night performances have switched places, truly. Because the Vikings-Falcons was horrible last week. The Thursday games were all good. It's a shame I don't like coffee. I'd be able to stay up for the duration. Ugh. If the Cardinals had won, I'd really be pumped up. So, hello, third person. Welcome to my domain. Feel free to chat me up. Take off your jacket and stay a while as we go over the highlights and the radio calls related to them. So, 6 teams are still undefeated. I saw this ending, the Bucks and the Jets. And they won in their creamsicle jerseys. Oh, not the Niners. Not the Niners. Ugh. I can't look. I can't look. I can't look. Okay, now the Chargers. I can look again. So Jones had a TD pass and run again. First time to do that in the first 3 games of a season in the Super Bowl era. So the Chargers are still undefeated too. And the Bills, they were at 3-0 on Thursday. The Cardinals could have been that 1-3-0 team. Oh, that's rough. Lose by 0.2 points. That happened to Grossi once, and I was watching it live as it happened. The Rams were way down. He had Cooper Kupp on his team, and it seemed like in garbage time they were really trying to go to him, but when they stopped doing that, Tom fell just short. And they're showing preview what's going to happen next week with the Cowboys and the Packers. This is really getting freaking annoying. At this point, I don't know whether it's the computer or if there's something going on around me. And in particular, it's happening on Sunday night. You're going to bed? I don't blame you. Not exactly a game that holds interest. But I'll hold down the fort for you. I'll let you know if Scattaboo gets you your fantasy points. You can watch the replay tomorrow. Welp. Gonna take a little break here. I did better remembering to unmute myself. Let's see if I can do that again. So over a minute's gone by. The Chiefs have the ball. And they're currently at midfield. Pacheco got a good run on the last play. Ball is on the Giants' 46. Pacheco with another attempt, but he's met right at the line of scrimmage by number 51, Abdul Carter. So now it's 3rd and 3. So a loss of a yard. Empty backfield. Mahomes back to pass. Gets it to Kelsey. And he gets a nice gain. And he's feeling flashy after that. And he got to the 33. Newbin had the tackle, number 27. Ball's at the 34. Quick pass by him to Hollywood Brown. Trying to remember where they got to in terms of spotting the ball. It says 2nd and 3. It's just past the 27. And run to Smith, who gets a first down. Holland was the one who stood him up. So whoever's left, feel free to chat me up. And we have a handoff to Pacheco again, who's got some great blocking, and he's forced out of bounds, but not until he gets the first down. So it looks like the Chiefs have got things figured out now. Gray and Smith-Schuster did a good job of getting that last outside block. Another handoff to Pacheco to the 8. No Kareem Hunt in sight yet. Now 2nd and 5. Empty backfield. Duo to the left, trips to the right. Quick pass to the right to Smith-Schuster. And he gets past the 5, although the referee marks him short of that. Less than 9 minutes left in the third quarter. So 3rd and 3. Mahomes back to pass. And he gets it to Thornton. Yes, it's caught. Touchdown. Wasn't sure initially, but got the signal from the ref. He's a happy man. Nice job of holding on to it. So Butker with the extra point try. And it's good. Although it was curling in quite a bit. So he looks a bit off. So that's his 2nd touchdown of the season. They're really going to need to lean on him for a while. Rice and Worthy won't be back until mid-October, probably. So, again, all we can do is wait. Or all I can do is wait. Let's see what the Giants can accomplish, if anything. Still not used to how I look on the camera and which side's which. Probably should light the lamp eventually over there. So they've got these mapped out farm fields. So 8:22 left in the quarter. And Butker chips it to the 5. Singletary will take it, and he gets it to the 32. So he's only rushed for 39 yards, Cam Scattaboo, but he's got a TD. And he's going again. Ugh. Couldn't get the speed outside to turn the corner. So no gain. Cook with a tackle. A very good tackle, I must say. Wilson in the gun. Tight ends in motion. Wilson back to pass. And now he's going to run it. And he's going to get the first down and slides just past the 45. So that should stave off the Boo Birds for a little. So he's clearly got some juice in his legs still. Unlike, say, Aaron Rodgers. It'll be interesting to see the highlights and if Rodgers did any running attempts against the Patriots. So we got 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson Dart sighting. And he runs it like Wilson. Gets 3. And Wilson comes back out. And now here come the Boo Birds again. That really caught me off guard. Wilson back to pass. Fakes it. Now he's sacked. Chris Jones gets the first sack of the game for the Chiefs. So it's now 3rd and 12. Ball's back at the 44. Wilson back to pass. He's in trouble again, but now he's going to run again. But he couldn't get the first this time. He did get into Chiefs territory. And now the Boo Birds are out in full force, apparently because they're going to punt the ball. And now I know who the punter is because he's also the place kicker for tonight, Gillen. Oh! Almost blocked by the Chiefs. And somehow Remesio decides to field it despite having a guy on his back. Okay, now time to turn on the light. Maybe it'll keep me awake. Ugh. So. So Mahomes turned 30. So the Chiefs have the ball, and Pacheco gets it. Gets 3 yards. Second and 7 at the 22. Quick drop by Mahomes. And he gets it to Thornton, who gets seemingly close to a first down, but he's marked way short again. Oh, you had to present me with that San Francisco score. Ah! So 3rd and 2. Now we have a Kareem Hunt sighting. Mahomes is back to pass and gets it to Gray, who gets a first down to the 38. And I still can't get over Carolina completely shutting out Atlanta. And it just makes me think and wonder, did I actually pick them? I didn't have as good a week last week as I did the week before in my pick'em. Okay. Hunt gets the ball and gets 3. So okay. Check it out after this play. Mahomes in the gun. Hands it off to Hunt, who gets a lot more this time around and close to a first down. We'll see if they give him the extra yardage after the second effort. Apparently not. So apparently I picked the Bengals, and that was not a wise move. So it's 3rd and 1. Oh! Almost had Thornton break away, but the pass was too low. And now they're going to try for a 4th down. And there's only 1:19 left in the quarter. This is really a fast-moving game. I don't know why Thornton didn't just decide to run to the ball. And now the Chiefs, by virtue of deciding to go for it, have forced the Giants to call a timeout. Oh, I picked the Patriots too, and they lost. I picked the Eagles and the Buccaneers, and they had last-second wins. Same with the Jaguars, and I picked the Colts too. And yes, I did pick the Panthers and the Chargers. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 losses so far. But I picked the Chiefs and the Lions to be the winners late. They decide to punt it after all. And it's being returned by Olszewski of the Giants, and he gets to the 20. So if this game holds and the Lions win, I'll have been 12-4 for the second week. I lost 6 last week. Well, I wasn't the only one who didn't think the Browns would win. 98% of people in this ESPN grouping picked them. So that was indeed a huge upset. And that was despite the fact it was a home game. Same thing with the Patriots. Only 26% picked them. But, I was one of them. But they lost. Yeah, I really messed up that description. Ugh. Whoa. An aircraft carrier museum. All right. Russell Wilson throws it to Scatterboo, gets a big first down, gets to the 40. That's a 20-yard reception there. Kind of dangerous to do. Trying to spear somebody. And pass to 84, the tight end. Johnson, who gets pushed a lot to the first down. That gets a rise out of the Giants fans. And the quarter is now over. That flip by Scatterboo even amazed Kelsey. Jaw dropped when he saw that. Okay. Now time for me to do some channel flipping. Can't believe America's Funniest Home Videos is still on the air. Mm. Yeah, I'm that bored. Okay, so much for the channel flipping. And I happen to flip back to the channel only to get commercials. Alright, I might as well close the blinds. Do something useful. Ugh. I wonder if the quarter ended. I don't remember. Yeah, it ended. So there was an injury timeout, it appears. Ooh, it was a triple headbang. One guy hit his head on the turf, and two guys hit each other's heads. So it's 4th and 6. It's 14:01 left in the game, and the Giants have decided to go for it. They're on the Chiefs 45. Robinson's in motion for the Giants. Wilson's back to pass. And he got it to Robinson. Oh, he fumbled! Oh, my goodness. He got the first down, and then he lost the ball, but now we have a flag on the play, so a lot's gone on. It was recovered by the Chiefs. Pass interference on the defense. So they get bailed out by the flag. And it was McDuffie as the guilty party. So the flag was thrown before Robinson even caught the ball. He's very fortunate that was the case. So it's 1st and 10 on the 40 of the Chiefs. Wilson's back to pass. And he gets it to Scattaboo, who gets a first down. About a 12 or 13 yard gain. So Nash, you're getting more yardage out of him. So it's down to the 28. Fake handoff to Scattaboo. Wilson gets it to his tight end, 85. Manneritz. And they're substituting Dart in. He's getting a cheer from the Giants faithful. Doesn't sound like a Bronx cheer. And it's a handoff to Scattaboo. Gets a first down and more. Gets to the 11. More fantasy points for Nash. And he stays out there. And it's a handoff to Scattaboo again, who gets a couple more yards, about 3. Gets to the 9. Cook, who hit his head on the turf, is going to the locker room. So Wilson is now back out as the clock keeps running. Wilson back to pass. And he gets a wide open Slayton but it's only for 3. Another injury, apparently, for Kansas City. Oh. Let's see who it is this time. 90. Omenihu, a defensive lineman. Scadaboo gave him a heck of a block, and then another guy ran into him from behind. Runyon, 76. So it was a bang-bang play for him in all the wrong ways. Cam Scadaboo has 103 yards of offense. The rest of the team, 100. And he gets it. Oh, no. Wilson faked it. Tried to do a bootleg, but lost yardage. So, Gano's going to go out there. So it's going to be a 25-yard attempt. And he gets it. I don't know if I'd be knocking heads with your teammates when you're hurt. So it's 16-9. As someone who's had an operation down below, I feel his pain. Literally. I'm never sure whether it's good to get rest or get out. Because either way, it hurts. So again, we continue to wait. So Alfonso Ribeiro is hosting AFV. And now we're back to the action. And looks like the kick was returned on the 23 by the Chiefs, and Pacheco gets 5 on the subsequent run. Second and 6, under 10 minutes to go. I can't believe I'm still watching this game. Mahomes fakes the handoff, goes back to pass, but as he's chased, he's forced to throw it out of bounds. Gray, the intended receiver, nowhere close. And now the Giants fans are cheering at the thought that they might be able to get the ball back. Mahomes back to pass. Gets rid of it, and he gets it completed to Thornton. Got to the 48. And Mahomes is limping a little. He was pressured just as he was getting the pass thrown. $97. And it's a quick pass to Smith. He gets to out of bounds, gains about 8 yards. And it's out to the Giants 44, so they're in enemy territory. Mahomes back to pass again. He gets it to Hollywood Brown for the first down. Yeah, it rhymed. I think I got a hit. So the ball's at the 34 and a half, and it's a running play this time. Pacheco gets the ball, and he gets nothing. And we're halfway through the quarter. Less than 7:30 to go in the game. Okereke had the tackle. Did a great job getting Pacheco down. Mahomes back to pass. He lofts it up, trying to get to Thornton. Did he get the touchdown? Yes, he did. Slid all the way there from the 2 before he got touched. Oops. He tried to keep it pinned against his body, but he lost control of it. Up, incomplete. That would have been a killer. So 3rd and 10. 6:55 left in the game. Hunt's in motion, goes back into the backfield. Mahomes now back to pass. And he's scrambling, doing the same type of pass again. And again, it's Thornton. And again, he catches it, although under much more difficult circumstances. And he gets all the way to the half-yard line. And he was held too. Wow. Phillips was all over his grill. And we have a handoff to Hunt, and he gets a touchdown. 6:03 left. I wondered if that was a flag. Oh, did the throat slashing thing. Ooh. It's going to be a 48-yard extra point attempt. Not a smart move. Again, understatement of the millennium. It's a moot point. You know, I'd want to have this maybe perhaps be applied on the kickoff, but I guess that's the rule. So Butker, he did not make it. He's been curving balls all night to the left. His left, that is. Hunt, who got busted for domestic violence, I believe, isn't exactly the brightest bulb on the planet. Given that Ray Rice is still out of the league, I'm surprised he was let back in. So, if the Giants can't make anything out of this next drive, it's pretty much game over. Last 10 seasons, the Giants have had under 40% win rate. This is no surprise. New York's, although the stadium's in Jersey, it's a tough place to play. They did not have good home records when they won both Super Bowls in the new millennium. Butker kicks it off. It's taken at the 5 by Singletary, who gets a pretty good return all the way to the 37. Under 6 minutes left. And I'm yawning again. It's past 8 p.m. Wilson hands it off to Scattaboo, who gets 9 more yards. Actually, Chris, he was drafted in the second round. At any rate, Wilson's back to pass. He gets it to Scattaboo, who gets the first down. Did a good job getting away from the tackler before he was forced out of bounds. Wilson is sacked at the 50 by Karlaftis. I call him Andy, but it's George. And Wilson gets the pass off to Slayton, who runs and hustles to try and get the ball quickly to the line of scrimmage. And Wilson's back to pass, and a flag is up already. And he gets a completion to Singletary, but let's see what the flag's about. Illegal shift on the offense by Slayton. So it's 1st and 15. Ball's in the 40 of the Chiefs now. Wilson in the gun again. Back to pass. And he's in trouble. Does get it off, though, to Bellinger, the tight end. A seemingly forgotten man from what he was like in the past. Ball's at the 34 now. Run to Singletary. And that kind of mystifies a few of the fans who are starting to boo. So it's at the 30 and a half. 3rd and 5 and a half. Wilson trying to get a long pass going to Neighbors, but it's incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 5, and if they don't make it, definitely game over. So the Giants have already spent a timeout. Wilson back to pass. Oh, he got it to Robinson, who, despite getting hit hard, gets up really quick and is trying to get the offense. Wilson gets the snap off quickly, and he throws it away when there's no one open. Let's see, he was trying to hit somebody in the tunnel. And Robinson did not have his mouthpiece in. Oh, now they're calling intentional grounding. So 2nd and goal. It's at the 14. And he's going to try a sneak and gets to the 10. Fans are definitely not happy. Wilson back to pass yet again, and he's in trouble, and he throws a loft to Reed. One intentional grounding again, but the ref said no, there was a player relatively in the area. This is it. Wilson back to pass. And he threw it at the goalpost. Yep. Very long faces in the stadium. Another repeat performance of a gradual blowout by the away team. Last week it was Atlanta. This week it's Kansas City. And unlike last week, I'm done. Did not sleep well last night or the night before. I'm amazed I managed to stay up all day. So, at least the third time for unstable connection was a charm, and I haven't had to refresh it anymore. I gotta figure out what's going on. Or at least get the solution to get a webcam for my desktop. It's going to make for an interesting viewing point. Because the desktop's right there, and the TV's right here. It's going to be very interesting. It's weird it only happens on Sunday nights. I don't know what the heck's going on. There's got to be some sort of interference elsewhere in the building. Oh, well, what the hell. Bye-bye. Bye, Bonds.